Hey, Keith McCrone here from the Ultimate Track Day Experience, and thank you very much for joining me on another weekly video. I'm actually sitting here on my back porch enjoying the beautiful day. Finally, we have some sunshine here. It seems like it's been raining for about a week. I was actually looking through a lot of these survey questions here that I had, and come to my surprise, there was a lot of folks that were asking questions or indicating they needed help in cornering. And it made me start thinking here a little bit about maybe when I was at the track and some of the things I did if I had a peculiar corner that I was having a difficult time with navigating. And I'll tell you a couple things that you can do to be able to get through that particular corner or any corner that you may be having a problem with. In past videos, I talk about breaking the corner down into three segments, right? So there's the turn-in point, there's the apex point, and then there's the exit point. So keep that in mind when I'm talking about another way to be able to navigate a particular corner that you're having some problems with. What I've done in the past is I've gone ahead and gone on Google Maps and I've gone into the satellite view. So I'm actually getting a satellite Google map of the track and I zoom in on that particular corner and I'm able to take a look at the aerial view of the angle of the corner. And that's helped me out drastically. I think people learn in three ways, right? They need to see somebody doing it, they need to physically do it, or they need to read it. So in this case, I actually needed to see the corner. So when I'm going into the corner, I know what degree the angle is with that particular corner. Once I actually did the aerial view on that, and let's just say oftentimes myself, maybe I have some problems when there's 2 or 3 turns that are really close together and I'm trying to maximize performance getting through those particular turns. And I clearly know that it's probably me positioned on the track, maybe a little bit more to the right, a little bit more to the left by maybe 6 to 8 inches. So I do the aerial view to see the angle of these corners through this section. And then what I do is I start with the end in mind first. So what do I mean by that? That means where do I want my car positioned at the end of the series of these turns or at the end of one of the turns? So how do I want to come on to the straightaway if there's a straightaway that's adjacent or following this particular corner? So now I get an aerial view of the actual corner to see what kind of a radius it is. And then at the same time, I go ahead, I know exactly where I want my car positioned when I get through this particular turn or a series of turns. And then I look backwards. I work backwards saying, okay, if I want my car to be here, then this is where I need to be apexing the corner. And then this is where I need to be entering the corner. And if there's another one that's prior to that, I'll do the same thing to that. So I kind of look at it in reverse. And just ironically, the other day I was watching YouTube, and if you haven't had a chance to listen to Rick Mears, and I think he's got Jimmie Johnson in the car, and they're at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and they're in a regular streetcar, and they're just talking as they're going around the track. I think Rick alludes to what I'm talking about. So he often talks about, like, if you don't like how you're exiting the corner, you have to look at how you're entering the corner. We have talked about that in previous videos. Also looking at your hands, right? So if I'm going into a corner and I turn into the corner like this and I'm able to rotate my hands out coming out, that's fine. But if I'm going in a corner and I have to assist myself with a little bit more turn in the corner or back some of it out and I'm moving the steering wheel mid-corner, that means that obviously the entry is not correct for that particular turn. And in fact, I think Jimmie Johnson, he actually gave a statement alluding to baseball. So my son's a big baseball player, and I'm kind of getting into it more now, maybe than I ever had because of him. And Jimmie Johnson alluded to the fact that if you don't like the way the ball hit your bat when you're hitting, it's because you didn't see it leave the pitcher's hand. So you got to look upstream to change the result if you don't like what's going on downstream. And it's the same thing with the corner. So my suggestion to you, if you're having a problem with a particular corner, it's very simple. Just go on Google Maps, go on to satellite, get an aerial view, top shot of the corner. That way you can see what the radius of that corner is. If you want to take a look at a track map then from there, and you can kind of take a look, where do you want the car positioned on the exit? Then it's really important to start looking upstream. If I know where I want it in the exit, where do I need to be on the apex, and where do I need to be on the turn-in? And remember, your hands, very little movement. It's okay if you go into the corner and let's just say you're running 10 tenths and you got like a little bit of a, you're balancing, that's fine. But if you have to correct the radius of the corner or the trajectory of the corner, mid corner, or even exit. If the exit, you don't like the exit, it's something that you're going to have to look upstream. So again, I hope you found this video helpful. Enjoy your day wherever you're at, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.